About time.
Hi, I'm Deathmare, and when I'm not running away from my own thoughts, I'm doing a podcast. Welcome to the Deathbulb podcast. I, Deathmare, am a content creator on various social media platforms, including TikTok and YouTube. I have done many things in my life, such as underwater rust removal. Now, I'm not only joined by my 10 other personalities. Hope I lost them. I am also joined by Incandescent Lightbulb.
I got myself into. Hi, I'm Incandescent Lightbulb. Well, just call me Lightbulb, just for short. I'm not so much of a content creator, but I would say I'm an amateur commentator and a writer. And I have no idea what water rust removal is, but I'm sure you'll tell me in due time. Not really on social media that much, but I do write on Medium.
Yeah! We all remember advertisements.
Yes, ads, commercials, short videos promoting a product to try and convince me that something is missing from my life, and they have the solution to my problem.
And today, we're going to talk about some ads that we all remember fondly. I think we can all relate to being a child, watching those classic M&M Christmas commercials, as well as...
You know, my favorite's the Hershey Kiss Bell, and they know that's good shit because they play it every year. Like, I'm pretty sure there's maybe one Christmas season where they didn't play it, but just ever since then. Like, I remember that commercial when I was a kid, where it would ring the Merry Christmas, and then the one at the end had its little solo for the long note, and it was like, whew, it's classic.
If you viewer mares out there remember those classic advertisements, go ahead and drop a comment down below. Tell us what advertisements you remember fondly. Today, we're going to take a special look at some new advertisements.
You know, particularly the ones that don't really land, at least for us, they don't land. They might work for some of you, but we're not their target audience, I would say.
So, without further ado, what advertisements are we talking about? Well, not the good ones that we remember fondly. Let's take a look.
Part 1, we're going to go over weird fragrance or deodorant ads.
Introducing advertisement number 1. Deodorant for Pits and Privates by Lumi. Now, is this an advertisement we are going to remember fondly?
I would say you're not going to forget it. But you'll see, throughout it, I'll have some comments. And they were the ones who, I would call them, this brand, the proprietor of this trend right now, where deodorant is referred to as whole body deodorant.
Before we watch this ad that Lightbulb, asked me very nicely to bring up here, I just want to take a look at this right here. Okay. Do you see her face? Okay. And then look at what she's holding. Right? Mm-hmm. One word comes to mind, and it's not deodorant. It's drunk.
Drunk?
So, without further ado, let's go ahead and press play.
Bonjour. My friends always ask how I stay so elegant, even in less elegant situations.
The secret? I don't stink.
How?
I could tell you. Or I could sing you! I once used deodorants you find in most stores. The aluminum kind that traps toxins in pores.
Yeah, that's here.
Was better if it's better.
So that's I have no problem with that. I actually think that's great because I also avoid aluminum in my deodorant because I'm pretty sure I've seen like the little gray in my pores. Like this was years ago, and I'm just like ever since I'm like nope. So that's good. That's all I personally need to know. But we got what? Little like 3 more minutes to this.
That old guy just smelled her armpit.
You can't see it obviously, but his jaw was dropped like ever since that.
Let's, as a society, let's try as hard as we can to make sure and to not allow this commercial to normalize smelling strangers' armpits. Lightbulb, there's no need to have a hammer in your hand right now. I promise I'm pressing play.
To have a rash. I smelled like sweet citruses rotting into ash. And through all those years with stench in my pits, there was no solution for stench. When I I scratched and I...
So she like sat.
Did he just smell her pussy?
I thought maybe she ripped one, but
Oh,
maybe no. You're probably not wrong because of the title, Pits and Privates. So
wait, what?
the implication. Okay, we get it. So she smells.
Yeah,
Yes.
okay, oof, yeah. Well, you know what? Let's just go ahead and finish this one out, okay?
Sniffed, but I still caught a whiff. I smelled gloomy until Lumi.
The deodorant for pits and private parts.
Lumi is the world's best natural deodorant. In fact, in a head-to-head study with Native and Schmitz, Lumi controls odor over 6 times longer than both.
Lumi is clinically proven to work for 72 hours straight,
Just like my butler. Except Lumi does not cry.
it's fine. He's my husband.
Lumi is aluminum-free and doesn't trap toxins in your skin. And with no baking soda, no rashes. Lumi is the
See,
first
that's
deodorant
fine. See,
that's
this,
safe to use
that's
anyway.
called, like, that's the benefits of the product. Like, sorry, a little marketing lingo, but that's really all we need. Like, the sitting down and people smelling the whiff, that,
It's
we have a deeper problem that a deodorant is not going to solve. I think it's just masking a different problem, and I'll put a pin in that for now.
no. I would love if an advertisement could just tell me the benefits, and share its research results or something. But this is really personal. Could you imagine if I just went on camera, spread my legs, and people passed out after smelling my privates, and then I crossed my legs, and then lifted my arm so that an elderly person in public could smell my armpit? Could you imagine if I did that? That's taking it too far, I
As
think.
far as the statistics thing, like, this is a long ad, though, so we have, like, a little over 3 more, or a little less than 3 minutes to see, because they might have some statistics for you. So, let's keep going.
Where? Like lady parts, man parts, Napoleon Bonaparte, all the parts.
For the pits, apply Lumi like normal. For everywhere else, just apply like a lotion.
How does Lumi work? No.
This time I tell you. All body odor has the same cause. The pits, bacteria. The crotch, bacteria. The butt, bacteria. Most southern odor is caused by bacteria migrating from the butt. It's open borders down there.
Every time your body sweats or releases other fluid, bacteria eat that fluid on your skin and fart out an odor. It makes you stink and everyone else. Les Miserables. Other deodorants try to cover up.
Okay, I apologize for pausing, but I did not need a paid actor to tell me that if I fart, that it's gonna stink.
the odor after it forms.
Like spraying perfume on a fart. It just smells like farty perfume. Lumi works because it paralyzes the bacteria and literally stops them from eating and reeking. eliminating odor before it begins.
You are stink-free. You are not.
So if you have a body or odor or both, click the link above and get Lumi today.
How?
Lumi was invented by an OBGYN and is safe for any external use. Francois, go put this on your butt.
Plus, Lumi is water-based, so it doesn't stain your clothes like other deodorants, which means less time doing laundry and more time for angst. Princeton Consumer Research said,
Lumi was proven to control odor for 6 times longer than both Schmidt's and Native. You can actually use it downstairs too, under your arms, and then...
Well, hold on. This guy's name is Barry Druitt. What do you think he drew?
that's enough, Barry.
Conclusions.
Don't trust science? How about this review from a perfect stranger?
There is literally no funk at all, pits or privates. After a day without showering and the spin class, no smell.
Still, if you don't like Lumi, you can always send it back for a full refund. We do not like conflict.
Lumi gives you confidence at the gym, the office, and the bedroom where we sleep.
What do you mean?
So if you want your hoo-ha to smell ooh-la-la, or you don't want your pit to smell like dog breath, from your pits to your cheeks you will smell magnifique when you Lumi.
Click the link above to get Lumi today. Lumi, live elegantly.
Not that I use Lumi now. Perhaps we can finally kiss?
One step at a time, Francois. This takes time.
A hug?
We'll talk about it
Firm handshake?
later. Click the link above to get Lumi today.
What's a super easy way to...
Pause.
Okay.
So, like, they touched on a lot of objections, but still, like, despite all that, it's
So
my concern is just like, why would I have to have it last that long? I get it. Some people they're busy, they have jobs and families, but just keep it simple and bathe at least every other day. Some people do it, like, bathe once or twice a day, but
yes, 100% agreed. To me, I think the one thing that no one is really thinking about, and it just came to me, is I think this product is probably geared towards homeless people. Hear me out. Not in a joking way or anything like that. I could very much imagine a homeless person who does not have access to showers or baths or bathing of any kind, possibly purchasing this product and using it to smell good. Or
this is really not helping the case with... This has nothing to do with what we're talking about, something we've talked about off screen. Where it's just like, the more stuff people add to their cars, like, I guess there's people that have been trying to play video games in their car, there's been TVs in cars for a while, and it's like, and now people trying, like, promoting products that last make you smell better for a longer amount of time. Like, are we really just preparing to make this, like, living in your car situation a norm? Like, I'm not even, like, that's not trying to be funny, that's just like, it's not helping that case for me. Maybe it's coincidence, but I don't even know. Like, I didn't even plan on bringing that up.
But I think the main point here is, I don't think anyone is walking around all day smelling their privates and having a desire for their privates to smell good. If you're at work or out and about running errands, I don't even think that anyone else cares about how your privates smell. They probably can't smell it anyway. Hopefully you're wearing underwear.
Clean underwear.
Clean
Hopefully you changed
underwear.
them this morning.
Yeah.
So there's just so many things you can do before, like, just like I just need something that makes me smell good for a longer period of time. There's a lot of other issues that need addressed at that point. I think I don't know. Anyway, I don't even know if we need to watch the others as much because the other ads are a little longer too. But Lumi, like I said, I'm pretty sure they were the first to do it. And then next, other brands started following after. So next up, I think would be a close competitor, which is Native. And their Centaur, which I think that's pretty funny. But that's about it. Everything else doesn't really land for me, I don't think. But anything, Deathmare?
I think that the undertone that these advertisements try to sell you on is going to become more clear throughout the rest of the advertisements that we watch, starting now.
Whole body deodorant with unbelievably long-lasting scents isn't a myth. It's Native whole body deodorant.
Deo for your whole body?
That actually works. Native's clean, simple, effective whole body deodorant is gentle enough to use all over.
For your pits, privates, boobs, thighs, and feet. Will it work on a Tina and Tanya?
I've got 2.
Correct me if I'm wrong. Isn't your boobs considered like private parts? Like,
this goes into different conversation, I guess. Like, I think it's called like secondary. I don't know. I haven't done the research, but there's like the whole argument that gets into certain conversations that have nothing to do with deodorant. So I won't go there right now.
Before I press play, I mentioned that the undertones of what these advertisements are really trying to sell you on will become more clear. Just to point out, as soon as this advertisement started, you heard some rather...
I think it's because it's just to make the point of like also you can use them here because when people think privates, I just think naturally we just think below the waistline. So like it's to go out of the way to mention like up there too. I guess. I don't think it's too undertone. It's just like, oh, I never thought of that before, I guess. Kind of. I don't know. That's me giving benefit of the doubt.
Let's continue.
2 dueling pecs the size of an ogre's dinner plate down there. It works.
My flower emoji?
Flowers, melons, even eggplants.
His.
Yes, please. Coconut for your coconuts, Arnold?
How'd you know my name?
Native comes in unbelievably long-lasting scents like coconut and vanilla, cucumber and mint, and lilac and white tea. So you can be the best-smelling version of yourself.
How do they do it?
Native combines the best of nature with the best of science to make a deodorant spray with naturally derived ingredients that fights odor at the source and is clinically proven to keep stank at bay all day.
Oh, it's not just all day. According to clinical trials, Native whole body deodorant is proven to fight
following
odors
the
for
same
72 hours.
He's
Literally.
right.
What
This
is
is tested by
72
clinicians
hours
and
magical number? Like, they got that. That was also stated in the Lumi ad, wasn't it?
Yep.
Or 6 times as long. I don't know.
Look, I'm just going to cut to the chase, okay? This product is for people that want to have sex without having to bathe. And I'm sorry, it may smell good down there, okay? But that is very unhealthy.
It's like, okay, say I don't have time to clean my bathroom today. So I'm like, okay, well, I'm at least going to spray some Febreze in here, not sponsored. And it'll just smell good. I'm like, yeah, but there's still skid marks on the toilet. There's still hair in the drain. Like, it's still dirty in there. It's still not clean. Like, Febreze is one of those, like, it was originally marketed, I'm pretty sure it still is, but originally it was marketed to top off an already clean home, to give it a fresh scent. And that in theory, would be the sentiment of whole body deodorant ads. Like, it helps to be clean first. It's not a miracle worker, as much as marketing would like to push it to be.
Yes, and I definitely hear them on their 72-hour research that they talked about, but quite honestly, health-wise, you should probably bathe at least once or twice within 72 hours. There are many things terrible that can come out of that. One thing, blisters, skin boils, just
acne,
a lot of things that could be viewed as small, but when you leave sweat on your body over that even short of amount of time, a small problem can quickly become a big problem. So, should we continue watching?
I think I've seen enough for this ad. We don't have to watch the whole thing. I think we spent enough time on the last 4-minute ad.
Agreed.
So next one is... Honestly, I'm kind of bummed out, because Old Spice used to nail it. Like, I loved when it became, like, it smells so good, like, my girl will take my Old Spice that was literally advertised for men. Like,
literally the only, like, health/smell good product geared towards men since Axe body spray. But
Irish Spring, but
even back in the day, Axe body spray, even though it was geared towards men, it always came off very douchebaggery. And
like, oh, the ladies will love you if you smell like this.
Yeah, like, that's just such a stereotypical view of men.
That was who they were trying to market. You just aren't their target audience, Deathmare.
No, but I remember back in the day, though, like, all these douchebags walking around with Axe body spray and wearing their tap out t-shirts. Those were the days.
Tap out.
There was also some good advertisements back in those days, like the insurance commercials that featured the Sasquatch. We still have the Geico commercials. Those were coming out around that time period.
Remember the J.G. Wexworth?
J.G. Wentworth. 877 cash now.
They had a couple of them that, like, they tried to change it, but they always went back to that opera on the bus.
The opera one was the best.
That was the best.
Well, the original opera one, they tried to change it, yeah.
Or did they really? I didn't see that one.
Yeah, it was awful.
Yeah, you can't, it just... the novelty, and then you try to bank on the novelty of something. I actually wrote something about this in the video game industry on my Medium blog. Don't read it, it's trash.
Plug.
But, shameless plug. But I've noticed, like, when someone does something novel and it blows up, everyone wants a piece of that. So, but, like, the more you do it, it's not funny anymore. And I think these deodorant ads are a great example of that as well. So with that being said, Old Spice, we will see them cave to the hype of whole body deodorant.
It's a trend, and not every trend goes up. I would like to think that these company execs behind the advertisements and their decisions within their marketing already know that this is a trend that is eventually going to go down, and hopefully they have a backup plan. It's not always the best thing to ride a trend.
I hate trends. It just... they last 5 minutes. Have you seen, like, the Stanley Cup?
Yeah.
Stuff going on? Like, they finally, like, they're starting to throw those away because, like, there was some... I can't remember off the top of my head now, but like there's a new cup in town
I've
that
worked
does
with
something better. So everyone's throwing out their collection of Stanley Cups.
Yeah, that's true. I've worked with a couple of people that have invested thousands of dollars into their Stanley Cup collections.
That's just a flex.
Well, I mean, hey, you know,
Hey,
we all...
okay. Yeah, we all have our collectibles, I guess.
But yeah,
some
I mean,
actually
they're...
retain value.
Yes. Speaking of retaining value, let's continue watching the opposite of that.
You ready?
Oh, no.
Try my Old Spice. You can use it on your pits, chest, and even your...
Dick!
This toast.
Oh, that's fresh.
So maybe they're saying don't put it down there because you're not supposed to. So that would be nice for people to be honest about. You just need soap and water.
Try my Old Spice.
Like putting fragrance down there can actually backfire. Because just... okay, go ahead. I'm sorry.
Oh no, we know what they were implying. I'm just gonna come out and say it. These commercials and the marketing decisions behind them are not based on the intentions of actually selling this product, but the intentions are to get views on the advertisements themselves.
It's almost like...
Because it still generates revenue, and it's an easier way to generate revenue, especially when all of these advertisements have huge undertones of sex. I'm just going to call it like I see it. And every one of these ads, they have the sensual music or the visuals or just the, what's the terminology I'm looking for? The, like, innuendo.
Maybe it's just because of the nature of the products we're watching, because it has to do with the human body. And it's just a very intimate thing, body odor, as far as just straight out implying or even directly saying the word privates or melons or emojis. I just think it's that touch of eggplant. Like, I just think it's that hint of shock factor that people think is funny, which it can be, just not when you overdo it and when it's trendy like that, which actually is kind of alluding to the next part of our podcast. For part 2, we're going to go over ads that try to be edgy just for being edgy's sake. So, yeah, I think that's a good stopping point.
But I do want to give kind of a sneak peek to the edgy advertisements, such as vaping advertisements, or...
I'd have to get back to you. Like, just ones that have, like, cussing in them for no reason. Just saying,
oh, brother,
like,
yeah.
Yeah, like, your product... Like, what you're doing sucks. I'm like, oh, yeah, that's really going to convince me.
Oh, yeah, they use the F word.
That makes me feel like you care.
Like, oh, hot sauce, I put that on everything. Like, do you? Do you?
You put it in your coffee in the morning, too. Maybe that's why you have that kind of tone with me.
So, you stayed with us this long.
Congratulations. I'm sorry.
Yeah. Go ahead and leave a comment down below on which edgy advertisements you would like us to take a look at. We've really enjoyed this and talking about ads and marketing and everything that goes into these things. So, leave a like, click the bell to get notified, please subscribe, and... a question I always ask my viewer mares on my Deathmare videos, I would like to ask here. How was your day?